right, well, let's start. There are still some exams that haven't been picked up, so you can grab that from the pile there if you need to. You can grab it now or after class. So going in order here, we will finish Chapter 10 today. Okay, we only have 2 pages of Chapter 10 left, and we'll start on Chapter 18 today. So the Chapter 10 Mastering Chemistry will be due next Monday night. That's pretty good timing because Quiz 3 will be on Tuesday. So the quiz will cover from Chapter 9, electron configurations. That's the 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. That's what an electron configuration is. Either from the beginning or abbreviated from a noble gas, right? Counting or identifying valence electrons, and drawing orbital diagrams. Those are the boxes with little up and down arrows. Okay? So work on those. There is a practice worksheet for electron configurations. Work on electron configurations for atoms and ions. But it's not too hard to do an ion, because if something is like a 2- charge, what does that mean? What had to happen for it to get a 2- charge? Yeah, so it has just 2 more electrons than it normally would. Okay? So that's how you do the electron configurations of ions, okay? And the opposite if it's plus. So in Chapter 10, you will be probably asked to draw a couple of Lewis structures. You'll be probably asked to draw them with their correct shape, and you may be asked to identify what that shape is called, if it's tetrahedral or linear or bent or trigonoplanar or whatever. Okay? You will also most likely be asked to determine whether or not it is polar. That's what we'll be practicing at the start of today. You have to draw the dipole arrows on the bonds and then determine whether or not those dipole arrows cancel. So I have put a practice quiz up in D2L, because when I teach this as a hybrid class, they take that quiz online. So I just put that in D2L just for practice, okay? Just to see where you are. There's questions about electron configurations, questions about shape, polarity, stuff like that. So it's an extra little thing. For practice on electron configurations, there is a specific worksheet for Lewis structures. But then what I also did, I better show this to you, I put a blank version of the molecular modeling lab back up there. So if you want to print that out again, what you can do, here, if we go to practice worksheets, right here, blank models lab for polarity practice. So it's just a modeling lab. Print that out, but then try to do it without a model kit. Draw each molecule with the correct shape, and then do like we'll be doing today. Add dipole arrows to any polar covalent bonds, and then determine if the molecule is polar or nonpolar. That'll be excellent practice for the quiz. Okay? So I can put a key for that one up too. I've got that somewhere. Okay? So all that is excellent practice. We did experiment 13 in lab today. That will also be in lab on Tuesday. No lecture or lab on Thursday, of course, next week because it's Thanksgiving. So I think that's everything then. Anybody have any questions?